Hey guys, Jonathan here for the Blue Wizard Project, just coming at you with the finale for Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. So, it's been a long time guys, 15 videos, that's not counting all the stuff that I cut out, and like I said, there will be one more bonus episode where I show you guys the final ending to the game, or the best ending to the game. I haven't edited that. There's a lot of backtracking, a lot of slogging through stuff. I'm just going to cut it rapidly so you guys can see me picking stuff up, and then I will put it in one last video for you. But this is my first playthrough. I did that one several weeks after I beat the game. I found out that there were multiple endings and went back and got it. So, yeah. So after this, I will not be playing any more Castlevania games. Presumably, I don't know if someone picks one for an event or anything like that. Maybe I will. I still have a few other videos coming up in the future. We'll be releasing the Stanley Parable eventually. I had to play through that one. That was for our May to June event. And starting tomorrow, from the time of this recording, obviously not the time of this video, Ian and I will be able to say who was the winner for our female protagonist game event. So we'll get that one out to you guys as soon as we possibly can. So there's an item there, not sure what that is. Pretty vase. Again, these little like pickups and things like that that you need to get, those are to unlock the best ending. You have to pick up every single one of the decorations for that room in order to unlock the best and the good ending and the best ending. I did get almost all of them in my first playthrough, so that was good. There were like a handful in like hidden spots that, unless you kind of knew about where those spots were. There were a couple of them that I like was real close to. In one video I mentioned where I was like jumping against the wall, but I had to double jump against the wall to find a hidden passage. Stuff like that. Stuff that like if I wasn't trying to rush through the game to try to, you know, get to the other 15, 20 Mega Man games I had to play, I probably would have played a little bit more thoroughly, tried to explore a little bit more. I didn't unlock 100% of the map my first time through. I don't even know if I did the second time, to be honest. It was probably like 98% or 99%. You don't need to unlock everything in the map to complete the game. Jumping forward there, the area I'd already been in. Like I said, right now I'm just doing some last minute stuff. But like I said, you don't need to unlock 100% of the map to get everything in the game. It's helpful, and normally I would, but again, didn't this time. Alright. Assuming this is a boss fight coming up in here, making sure my magic is equipped. This guy wasn't actually like someone from college or anything like for Dracula. This is like Dracula's like annoying like nephew that was like the same age as him, right? So like he was like, oh, like you have to do what I say because I'm your uncle. He's like, no, you're the same age as me. Just because like your sister's way older than you is not my fucking fault. So he's like kind of an asshole, kind of annoying. Wow, that guy wrecked me. I actually think this guy wrecked me a fair number of times, and you guys are seeing, I think, like the 4th or 5th playthrough of this guy. I don't know why I'm just standing there and like, again, I think at this point is like, when I beat this game, I finished it at like 4 in the morning or something like that. I just, maybe not quite 4 in the morning, 2 or 3 in the morning, but I was just like, I just need to get through this game. I'm so close to the end, I gotta get through the end of this game. So part of the lack of skill is that. Part of the lack of skill is just the second games, as you guys no doubt know by now. Yeah, no. Like, this strategy seems to be working, but, like, I'm dashing back, but not getting... Uh-oh. The #1 sin he made me commit. Using an item. I'm not getting out of the way fast enough from this guy. It sounds like his hammer's hollow, which seems a bit strange to me. Okay, there we go. Got him. You'd think that guy's name would have been Hammer. Like in the last video, we saw a guy named Hammer, I feel like that guy who's a boss with a hammer should have been Hammer Hammer, and the other guy should have been like Lesser Hammer or Hammer Knight or something like that. JP Bone Pillar. I like that name for some reason. I don't know what the JP Jurassic Park. Dun dun dun. Crossover. Is he like a banker? Like, are those, it sounds like a banker name. Like, Mr. Bone Pillar will see you now. Oh, Dracula, I've been looking over the plans for this castle of yours, and, well, first off, you want to build 2 castles, which is, you know, with your credit, might be a little bit difficult. And, number 2, like, what do you have to offer us in exchange? He's like, well, like, there's, like, the souls I feast. Yeah, we saw that. We saw the souls that you feast on, and, you know, we're interested, but 2 castles. He's like, well, you can see I have an excellent recommendation from Death. And I was like, yes, yes, Death. Death does speak very highly of you, but to be fair, Death does not have a house or any property, and we're just wondering what you're going to use for collateral on this. And I assume at that point Dracula just like killed him and made him into an actual bone pillar and took the money anyway. He's like, oh wow, forgetting that I'm a villain and going through legal means of attaining money. It was more troublesome than I thought. Simon Wraith. So like, those guys use whips, or are they supposed to be like Simon Belmont? And if they are Simon Belmont, are they Simon Belmont from the video game or from Captain and the Game Master? Which I think we all know is the superior Simon. Again, still getting money at this point. You're finding like tons of money all the time, but it's like I don't really get the point of it. I think I did max out my level before I finished this game. I was level 44. I think before I get the best ending, I'm level 50. I want to say is the max level, I'm assuming. Large Ghost. Okay, already been that way. See, like, this is one of the things I like about Metroidvania games, not just, like, this one in particular, but just Metroidvania games overall, is that, like, when I first saw those large ghost guys, it was like, oh shit, that guy's huge, and now it's like, I'll just flip him and move on. You can actually, like, feel the, progression that you're making, you know, like, levels seem relevant, you can sense your progression through the game, not just from how much of the map you've opened up, but also just like the abilities you have and how powerful you are, your skill at defeating enemies that like the first time you fought them were like, oh shit, floor meat. Heart. That increases my max hearts. And I don't know why I didn't cut this backtracking out. Maybe I just missed it. Or maybe it wasn't particularly long. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know why. Normally I'd cut that stuff out. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe it's just not particularly relevant. Killing these large ghosts. This is already a longer video too, so it's surprising to me that I didn't cut that out. I thought I was going to dash into that. I was like, Jonathan, you fool, no! Bats. I don't know why the bats glow. Is it just so that they're easier to see on the Game Boy Advance screen? Again, like, the game looks kind of grainy. Not too bad blown up, honestly. You get used to it. Like, at first when I started the game, I was like, whoa, how am I going to be able to play this? But it doesn't look too bad blown up. But, like, I'm sure on a Game Boy Advance screen, this game looks amazing. I do own this game on a Game Boy Advance, but I haven't played it because I don't have my cartridge for this game here. I live in Korea, as I mentioned multiple times in the videos, and a lot of my games are still like in storage boxes at my mom and dad's houses in the States. So, smiling statue. Simon Ray. I wonder if you like was just like, oh, I killed Simon Belmont and I made like a whole uniform and stuff for this. But I can't just have one, so he just like went around town collecting people named Simon and killing them and turning them into whip skeletons. Crush boots. Okay, so these, if I'm not mistaken, are what lets me, when I do that move where I like jump upwards, if I have them equipped, again, another fucking equip for no good reason, it doesn't make sense. Just let me do the move regardless. There's no reason for me to ever hit the breakable parts of the ceiling and not go through it. But when I hit those breakable parts, I'll break through them, right? But again, it's stupid that I have to equip it. Like, that's one of the major complaints I have in this game. Okay. Jumping forward, I'm up here at the top of this tower. If you guys remember, I mentioned earlier, like, oh, there's this wall here, and I can break through it. So I'm going to do that right now. There's a super moon here, which if the moon was that close to the Earth, we'd probably die. I would imagine it'd cause some fucked up stuff to happen in nature. That's annoying too. It's like, oh no, I dropped down. I think I unequip it and then I have to re-equip it again immediately. You can see that JB's bracelet and MK's bracelet. Obviously that's for Juiced and Maxim. Sorry, just blinked on the guy's name there for a second. You need to be wearing those when you go to the last fight to get the best ending, which I didn't wear, which didn't matter anyway because I didn't go to the right thing. There's like 3 main things you have to do. Number 1, you have to get all of the furniture. I already mentioned that. Number 2, you have to get all of the like pieces of Vlad, like Vlad's eye, Vlad's ring, Vlad's nail, maybe them mixing that up with Castlevania 2. Etc., etc. And then you have to have both of those rings, and you have to have them equipped. I guess there's a 4th thing, and you have to go to the final boss room in the right castle. So I think I go to it in this video in Castle A. I could be wrong about that, but you need to do it in Castle B, or it doesn't count. If you go to Castle B and do the last fight without all 3 of those other things done, the items, the Vlad pieces, and the 2 rings, then it won't give you the best ending. It will give you the worst ending. And if you do it with the rings and Vlad stuff, but you haven't collected all of the decorations and deposited them in the room, it gives you the good ending, not the best ending. I don't know if I got the good ending because I think I already had all the items excuse me, before I knew that that was the case. So if you want to watch that one, you're gonna have to go elsewhere on YouTube. I apologize for that. Didn't plan that one out. So again, when I beat the game, I didn't even know there were multiple endings. So not sure why I'm just sitting here probably talking to my wife at this point, and could have cut it out of the video. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, here I am. Back to it. The 2 big portions of the video. Here's the problem with that, and just a little bit of, again, how the sausage is made on this show. On the videos where I'm doing the talking as I'm playing through it, it's not a big deal if that happens because I can just cut it. Right now, I have all the editing already done. Obviously not all the editing because there were 2 big errors that I made in this video. But I'm doing this voiceover in one continuous shot, and because of just syncing issues and stuff like that, it's a little bit difficult for me to go back in and edit those things out. I'm still getting used to the program that I'm using for this, so I apologize for that. Fortunately, they're not like gigantic glaring mistakes in these videos. I do apologize. It'll get better. Again, this is not my full-time job, so it's like sometimes I don't catch these things to the last moment, and like right now, if I go back to fix that video, I have to redo a passage somewhere has opened, which is the passage to Dracula. Or not Dracula, but, you know, Maxim Dracula. So you can see there on the map in the center, there's like that room hanging down the middle. That's where the last boss fight is. So I'm down by that room now. So I'm going down here and gonna go into the last fight. Anyway, guys, like I said, still getting used to it. I apologize. That's kind of sloppy and, you know, looks bad. I apologize for that, and hopefully it won't happen again. Can't promise that, but stop! Juiced, it's you. Liddy, are you alright? I'm dying. She's lost consciousness, but I think we've made it here in time. Who's we've? Maxim, you've still managed to hold on to yourself. Yes, by some means or another, but I've reached my limit. Oh, we've is Maxim. I beg you, take my life. What do you speak of? I can't hang on any longer. I can't fight the impulse, but I cannot take your life. Then I'll make you kill me. Defend yourself. Whew. I like that little... This shield move is so OP in this game, it's great. Did Kagebushin no Jutsu. Using an item. 2 items, guys. She like ninja rolled into me. I wish that his health was displayed on the screen, but no such luck. It's weird that he's like a ninja guy in Castlevania, because Castlevania doesn't scream ninja to me, but I don't know why I'm being so stingy with these items here. I still have like 6 elixirs. It's the end of the game. I know it's the last fight. That's how I live my life, guys. It's how I roll. The background's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to be. Uh-oh, am I going to use it? I did it, guys! I used one of my 6 elixirs! I didn't even need to. I could have just used the high potion. Thank you, Juiced, for I did truly desire to be felled by your hand. Maxim, I wanted to free you from your cursed fate. That's enough. There's no need to speak of anything else. Take care of Liddy, will you? Maxim. I don't get why Juiced looks like a fucking vampire. Like, his skin's all pale, his hair is white and long, like, he's supposed to be a Belmont, right? Not a vampire. Ooh. It looks like you're coming too. Have we been saved? Yes. Huh? Where's Maxim? Maxim is... ARG! Juiced, it's alright. You don't have to say anything more. I have no idea about what happened between the two of you, but you mustn't blame yourself. Blaming yourself is the same as blaming him. That's not really true, but perhaps you're right. Indeed, Maxim would have agreed with you. At any rate, let's go home. We'll figure it all out after we've rested. That sounds good. Let's go home, Liddy. So, that's Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. That's the okay ending. You kill your friend, save the girl, love triangle becomes a love line, everything is fine. And everyone is happy except for Maxim, because he's dead. Because I killed him. And then he was in a castle, and his body teleported to another dimension. Yeah, like I said, not a bad game. That's honestly, if I'm not mistaken, the first Castlevania game I've played to completion. I may have played one of the other Advance or DS ones all the way through. I don't remember. I think I might have played Portrait of Ruin all the way to the end. It said like people as those characters. Is that like their faces? Because they don't really have voices. Juice Belmont as you. Wait, wouldn't it see me as Juice Belmont? Like, I wasn't in the hallways running and fighting stuff, right? Like, maybe I was the Juiced all along. It all makes sense. Anyway, guys, that's the end of that one. Like I said, look forward to the bonus episode where I show you guys the best ending. Honestly, it's not that much different than the okay ending, so don't get your hopes too high. But it is there. I'll have that up for you guys shortly. Thank you so much for following along. I'm going to get back to Mega Man. So if you are done with the little Castlevania version, that's fine. If you love Castlevania, follow Ian. All of his videos are also on our channel. You can see those if you click on our videos tab. Anyway, thank you so much for following along. Please remember to like and subscribe. Please remember to follow along with us on Facebook. And like we do with every video at the end of the Game Guy, please remember to donate if you can. For every dollar you guys give, the Mid-Ohio Food Bank is able to buy $10 worth of groceries. We just passed our halfway point about a week and a half ago as the time of this recording, and we're so thankful for that. Thank you guys so much for everyone who's donated. Thank you for making the Blue Wizard Project what it is. We really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and this couldn't happen without you guys. So thank you so much. If you need more information about donating through our PayPal, you can find that linked below on our Facebook page. If not, go straight to the Mid-Ohio Food Bank website, which will also be linked below. If you do it that way, you can write it off on your taxes, so we kind of recommend you do that. But if you do, please make sure that you let us know that you did it that way. Obviously, they can't share that information with us, so if you want it to count towards our goal, and if you want it to count towards one of our monthly events, then you need to do it that way. So thank you guys so much. Again, this has been Jonathan for the Blue Wizard Project. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.